So, got more of this stuff ripped out, all the drywall around here. Got the toilet still in place. I've run some of the plumbing and decided not to go with copper. It's cheaper to do the packs and it's cheaper to get the fittings and stuff instead of paying like high dollars for 10 foot bars of copper. So I got everything run, and to flex the pipe I heated it up just a little bit with the heat gun just to make it flex so I could strap it to the wall. I got to finish bracing it to the wall, but I got these fittings and stuff. I got the copper pipes pulled out of the way because they're not unhooked yet. I'm gonna get all the lines run for the plumbing and stuff and have everything hooked up, so all I gotta do is plug up one thing and everything works. Got all the joist in on this one side. Got the plumbing and stuff done for the drain, and I'm getting ready to put in the first piece of floor so I can fit the shower. And as soon as the shower's fitted, I can start plumbing it in and framing it in and start putting some drywall on the walls and the ceiling in this area. Today I decided to go ahead and do the plumbing. Some of it I can't film because there's such a tight space and stuff and there's no light in there. But I went ahead and disconnected all the old stuff from the hot water heater. They had like copper pipes coming through the wall right here with nothing but a bunch of mud packed around it. So it was like mud from here to here. Just this whole area is mud. It's gonna have to come out and drywall be repaired. But I ran the hoses through the wall and installed an access panel here so I can see the T-fittings and all that stuff back there. So every once in a while they can check to see if anything's leaking, or if they want to put some damp grid in there or something, they can hang some damp grid in there. But that copper pipe that was coming out of here, or coming out of here for this, it was sweating so bad that it was corroded and bright green and flaking. And this fitting here was just, I guess the water was running down in the fitting and stuff, and it was all black inside there and falling apart. So I went ahead and replaced all of this. But some of this stuff I am putting back copper, like this piece here. I went ahead and put that there. Try to keep some of this flex and stuff out of here so this stuff doesn't bind up. And now I have to go outside and put it through the concrete wall and everything. If you don't know how to do these fittings and stuff for these shark bites, I think the other brand is Gator Bite. But basically you just make sure you get a nice flush cut, even cut on the end. It has to be good and flat. And then you take this tool here, and it's just got a little blade up in here where those little circles are there that deburrs these ends and kind of rounds off the edges and stuff. And I always take my little cutting tool for copper and deburr the inside of the pipe just a little bit. But after you get it cut and you deburr the outside, you just put it back up in there and push it as far as you can, then take a magic marker and just mark that edge. That way when you push it back up in the fitting, you know exactly how far it needs to go, and you know exactly if it's in there perfect so it won't leak. And I do that on every one of them just to make sure everything's in there right. Cut the inlet this morning for the house, or for the garage. So I'm putting them a shut-off valve out here, which they didn't have, which is not wise. But they had a copper pipe coming off of here. They had it tapped into this PVC. But they had the copper pipe coming up, and instead of drilling a straight hole through the concrete, I guess they thought it was a good idea to put it at an angle. So now I'm dealing with an angle, and I got someone headed now to get me a 45-degree shark fitting to see if I can use a 45 here. And if it's not going to work, I'll just use my pipe bender and bend the pipe the way I need it. So I got most of the plumbing done. The only thing I got left to do is I fitted this shower to where it needs to go. Make sure all the lines are out of the way. There's enough clearance and it's all good. So I'm getting back here and putting some braces in and getting ready to push the shower against the wall and bolt it in. These lights right here, I have to put a link in the description. They're cheap and they're from Lowe's. They're really good bright work lights. You can hang them just about anywhere. Hang them on the edge of the shower. And it takes like 4 AA batteries, and these heads, they rotate. Pretty good little lights. Pick one up.